Well, hello everybody. I hope you're all well this morning. So again, I'm just showing you this. On Last Chance, the fancy borders and dies. Oh, I think I've even put them away. Here they are. So this one here and the dies are leaving. They're on Last Chance, which means, and they're at the top of the list on Last Chance. I've done a few cards with these, so it's quite nice. So they are leaving, and what I want you to know is important is when you're looking at stamps and dies, first of all, have a look Last Chance and see where they're standing. Check your price for what you know they are, or text me and I'll tell you what they were originally in the book. So they were bought separately. So the stamps only is $17 at the moment. The dies only are $30. So if you buy them bought separately, that's $47. You're saving $37.50. They were $84.50. And they're a really good set, so we're going to use them now. I just dropped your information on the floor as I did that. So again, here's our ingredients and our measurements. And this is an easy card. I'm sure I said it's easy peasy. I probably didn't, but it is. So what I'm going to do, so the other issue is on the 18th, which is, what's the date today? I can't even see it anywhere. 17th, so tomorrow, for 24 hours only, so from 5 past midnight tonight until tomorrow, it's 15% off stamps and stamp tools, which is your glass blocks, your heating tool, I think. So when you tell me, I can put it in and find out if it definitely is. But it says off anything you use for stamping, but it's not the dies. You can't buy the bundle. So you would have to buy a set of stamps and then the set of dies. So just have a look what it is for double, and if it's no difference, don't do it. But if you want to, because you've still, you know, tomorrow is the day if you want anything. I've actually got a couple of things on my list that I was going to pick up, but I was going to wait a bit longer. And then I looked at them and there's nothing. So Christmas tags and more I want. Now don't forget the Pierce Mats. I put it on the list because all our stamps are now going to just these polymer ones. Okay? And you need to push them into this because it gives them the resistance like the blocks had the big rubber and they gave them some push. So there you go, advertising over, sorry. Don't want to take up too much of your time. Let's get this card. Alright, so there I've used the stamp here on there, and I've used the dies here. This is a punch, and this opens up like this. Okay, so when you see it like that, it will stand like that, but that's only DSP on the back there. And this is the, oh my god, I love this DSP. I saw my friend used it. Let me get her name. But this is, I've seen some absolutely amazing cards of them. This is what we're using. And if I'm right, there must be like 4 pages of each. So, because I've already used some. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is called Everyday Happiness, and it is beautiful. I love it. So we're also using Lost Lagoon. And I got my big stamp block out and left it in there, so I wouldn't be chasing anything. This is a die, punch. That's the word for it, a punch. And we're using Lost Lagoon ink, and we've got our card here ready. I'll do the cutting on this in a minute, and I don't know why I've got all that, but I've just got scraps sitting in my box waiting. So when we cut the die out, we end up with this, and we end up with a lot of little hearts. So I will run one through for you so you can see it. And I'll put that to the side, and I'll get me another envelope. These envelopes are really, really rich and thick. Okay. So, this is going to be cut. Got our instructions, everybody. Push that out of the road for a minute over there. Oh, have a last sip of my coffee. Sorry, guys. Hi, everyone. I hope you're doing well. Alright, so at the moment, this is in a 5.5 by, if I'm correct. I normally have a lot sitting around cut out at 8 and 8.25, but we're not doing that today. Actually cut some off. So let me just get my measurements back out here. So I'll put them up here so I can have a look. I always feel a bit weird because when I look to that, I'm looking at that side, but the camera shows me looking at that side. Alright. Okay, we're not seeming to go. What am I doing? I can't see. Lost Lagoon. We're cutting the base at 5.5 by 8.25. Oh, we are doing it that size. Alright. Ah. So we're just a little bit of a different fold there. It's normally when we do the half one, it's half, but this is a bit different. So we're not doing the normal one. So I am going to put my blade out of the road and get my scorer. Okay, so Lost Lagoon. So it's 5.5 by 8.25, score at 1.5 and 4.25. A little bit different, isn't it? And 4.25. Alright. So what we're going to do with that is fold that one this way. And that one that way. And we're going to just fold it back out again. So it's got a crease on both sides so it comes out properly. So funny, sometimes you make a card and you sit there and it bounces up and you think, why is that bouncing up? It's because you haven't done your bone folding. And that makes a difference. I'm doing it both sides because I like it to be a nice neat. So there we go, we're at the beginning. So I'm going to put that aside for a second and get our DSP. Now make sure you, when you're doing this, you put it in a sequence so you know. So your first cut of your Everyday Happiness, it's 5.25 by 6. So there's 6 and that's 5. Ooh, have I gone over a little? I've got a slither on there. 5.25. See, that slither might make a big difference. I doubt it. And we cut at 2 3/4 and 1 1/4. 2 3/4. And keep that there. And then we cut at 1 1/4. But just before I cut, I'll just go back. Happiness, 2 3/4 and 1 1/4 correct. Always double. Gosh, I repeat myself on that a lot, don't I? Alright, so that's like that. So we've got to keep them together so they line up right. Now, I have already cut this because I used one of my other ones. So the inside white is 1 3/4 by 5 1/4. Okay, so for now I'm going to put that away, and we're going to do a couple of little bits of stamping first. And I've got my big block, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to move those up there and grab this. So first of all, I'm using, I love this, it's so pretty. It's nice, it goes on the envelopes, it goes on everything. So I'm just going to line up on my board, which I say that every time. I must be boring as batshit, but and I'm just going to go across. Alright. And on here, I want that to fit that it goes under there. So if I line up the line on a number so I know, then I'm going to take that back, and I want this lined up to hit the 9. And I'm just going to get this because it pushes it through better. Okay, and if I'm right, I've got it right under there. Okay, see? So I want that, and then I want just the middle piece, not the outsides, and I only need that big. So I'm just going to do there, and I'm going to get my Pierce mat, and that is going to go that way. So that's my inside, and then my card, making sure you got it the right way. Did I do anything on the back? I did too, look. Alright, so, oh, you know what, it's so hard. Sometimes you just get a bit of, look what I just did there. I can't really stamp on that side, so I'm going to pick that up again. And I want it just over there. Oh, look at that. Isn't it rich? Beautiful Lagoon. Actually, my favourite colour, it used to be the, when it was in before, there was a, I love Pretty Peacock, but I also, and I don't like greens, which is so uncommon for me, but one of mine was the, oh, there was a purpley blue one. Oh my God. I was annoyed when, I don't like when they change the colours. And down there. And because that's pushing into here, it's got a little bounce. Alright, now I think that's all my stamping. How's that, boys and girls? So, this card is phenomenally simple, fast and done. I do have to stamp my, my saying, which is sent with love. So for that, we'll pop that to the side, and we'll get our scrap and our punch. And I'm only doing half of the punch. Oh my phone just said, I am a warrior. Someone's listening to me, aren't they? I'm a warrior, alright. How many kids have I got to worry about? Alright, let's get... Next is Sent with Love. Oh, that's a nice card. And I actually do need this one back. Aren't I, Goose? Well, it's morning here in Australia, so I hope wherever you are it's a little bit warmer. Today is, oh, isn't it lovely? It's so light. And see, I hate green, but it doesn't feel green. I'm very grateful. Okay, so we got that. Inside I haven't put anything because it's not big. It's more to write what you want. And we've got this. We need to punch out some leaves. So let's get the little boy up here. And some scraps. So I need 2. And I need the hearts out of here. I've got one lot, but I'm just going to show you which I'll do a small one. So these are the leftovers. So when you cut your card at 5.5, you've got one this left. Keep it. They always come in very handy. I don't need that mat. I need that one, that one. So don't forget, have a look at the card sale. If it doesn't suit you, you don't buy it. It's totally up to you. So I'm going to do 2 of the white leaves and 2 of the... Now, the other thing, if you're in Australia, I am doing... I am selling off all my stamps and dies from days gone by, and I'm putting a list out. I'm going to do a little live with them on Facebook and on YouTube. I'll run it to both of them. And if you want anything, you have to message me, because on Facebook, Annette Falconer, not Nettie. Alright, so we've got those. Now what we'll get is a big spill of all these. Look, the little leaf bits stay on, but we want the outside. Alright, I want that, and I'll show you what we're going to do to it in a minute. And on here we get the same, but again we want this. I have used the hearts in the middle. Use my dice thing. Okay, now I'm going to do that again. I want to keep those little die hearts. That's it. And we'll just not into my cup of tea. And we'll run that through with the Lost Lagoon again. I mean, this card is so simple, folks, so simple. Oof. No one chatting to me today? Not a good day to chat? I like to chat every day. I get bored talking to myself. Alright. I'll poke those out. And put that back there. Clean, clean. I heard from my boy yesterday in Thailand. He just sent a text. I said, I hope you've got there and you're all safe and happy. And he goes, we're playing Uno. I think because they won't be using their, a lot of... Oh, where did I put the one I just cut out? Oh no, I didn't screw it up, did I? No. Yes, I nearly did. I told you keep this one. We're keeping the insides. So just a quick little bit of fussy cutting. So they've gone to a co-school in, because my boys go to St. Bede's, and so this school is a Catholic school in Thailand, and this time they're going to build a fence around the outside of the school, for safety obviously. And last time when my other one went with school, 2 of them have done it now, they built a kitchen. And that boy is now in the Air Force as a chef. But he says it's because of me, because I always taught him to cook whenever he was home. He was my grandson and he lived with me for a while, for about 3.5 years. And I used to teach him to cook, and at Christmas especially, because I love Christmas, we would make gingerbread houses and chocolate sleighs. And so okay, so we're cutting around here. So they don't have a die to cut the outside. It's just, if you were to do a card, you could cut this out in cardstock and it would show the colour of the card underneath it. But I didn't want to do that because that's not me. I like to do things a bit different. And so he would cook, and I don't know if you've ever seen those moulds. So we did the gingerbread tree, we did the gingerbread house, we did a horse and sleigh in chocolate, And we did, what else did we do? Oh my goodness. And then we make mince tarts. And when he first joined the Air Force and he came home just before Christmas, he helped me make all the mince pies. Now he doesn't do that. Got a girlfriend, so he won't be coming home as much. But I love him, so that's okay, I'll forgive him. So now out of those, we're going to cut those in half. And we're going to use them, as you can see there. We're going to use them, pop them up behind our label. Alright, and that's our in here. So, I told you it was easy. I hope you're all doing well. I see a few coming on. That's really nice, thank you. So the biggest one, we're going to be putting onto here. And now, it will just line up with the end of yeah, it's the same size. Okay, it's going to end up at there. Okay, so we just glue one side here. I'm doing a little bit more because it's holding the whole front. Just give that a second to give it a little dry. So it's nice and sticky and won't move when I'm using it. Okay. I might have, I hope the other one's not a little wonky, because I seem to, oh no, it's there, but yeah, look, it's the tiniest, oh no, it's not. Okay, so now we've got that one there. Now fold your card over, and we're putting the little one here, and the next one is here. Okay. Oh, this paper is delicious. I don't know if I should have put the hearts on it and taken it away, but I did. Okay. I'll have to add easy peasy in my instructions, I forgot to say. How's that? Right, now, I'm just going to grab my tear and tape. I'll put it down. And I'm doing it from about there to there. So I'm going to put two little bits in there. Well, it's a bit sunny here. Oh, there's a bit of dark clouds. I'm going for a walk with the dogs when I'm finished, so I probably take a coat with me, I think. Monday it was as windy as they come. So I'm just going to do, take that back. I did the green one with the white one under it. And then I did the white one. Ooh. Looks like the green one's there. And then the white one is there. Now I'm going to put them, I don't need that last bit. If I can get it up, I'll take it off. Maybe I won't. So I will get, this is a trick, if you get your embossing powder, just rub it on the stamp, and what happens is it stops that sticking. There you go. So now that won't stick to anything, look. That will. Alright, some dies. And dies, what did I say dies for? I mean dimensionals. Oh, I spent 3 hours, about 3 hours yesterday typing up all my things I've got to get rid of for Stamping Up because I've got so much. Okay, so we're going to hold that over, let's put that white line there. And then, now I know why I had a bit of this left, I've got 3, so I'm going to take from this, where it's neat, 3 hearts, and put them on top of, so back to our strip again. Okay, so that's why I keep my strips, because they all come in handy, and that's not the right colour. So I will be using this one. So I'm going to glue it down. I have glued it directly right up to the edge. Sorry, I had it down on the ground. Right up to the edge. Okay, I'm just putting that flat because we only want that to stand out as much. Folks, how easy. Alright, and then all we've got is, I have put a few hearts on the inside. So if I open that up, and I'm just going to put the dots down here. Just a dot of glue. Might be too many. Take that one out. Now on the end we've got our old picky tool. I don't know if that's an overkill, ladies. What do you reckon? It'll stick. Maybe my fingers are a little stiff. What do you reckon, ladies? Not bad or not good? And last but not least, oh, seem to have a double one. No, we don't. And that, my friends, is it. It is done. So grab this before it leaves because it is a good one and you'll use it a lot, and it actually looks pretty spectacular on your card as well. On the envelope. Look at that. And like that. So I gotta say, I hope you really enjoyed that, and that's my easy peasy for the day. And come back, join me, leave me a comment or a like. Oh, hi Rosalind, I didn't see you there. Must have jumped on and off and I'm nearly finished. How's that for a fast card? Hey, pretty cool. So that's it. Thank you for joining me, and don't forget that this is so marked down, it's unbelievable. Marked right down to 47 instead of 84. So just go to Nette, to AnnetteFalconer.stampingup.net, and you can order it there. And thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you next Wednesday. Thank you. Bye.